amazing ladies in business. It is your host, Kylie King here, the founder of Australian Ladies in Business Initiative. And I am so excited to introduce you to the amazing Abbey Shepherd, who runs the business Simply Stunning at Ascot Vale in Victoria. Thank you so much for joining me today on the HerStory podcast.
Well, thanks for having me, Kylie.
Would you like to get started and just let the listeners know a little bit about you and what you do?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, my name's Abbey. I have been in business 25 years. I'm a hairdresser in Ascot Vale. I also volunteer a lot of my time to reaching out to the Inner West and Hair Aid, which are two amazing charities. And I absolutely thoroughly love doing all my locations with Hair Aid. So
yeah, I noticed too that when I was sending you out your nomination pack for this year's awards, you told me that you were was it Cambodia or?
Yeah, so I was up in Siem Reap at a international project with Hair Aid. We had 4 teams there, so we had 4 locations, and we donated our time to teach a skill to those who can't be taught a skill or haven't, got the opportunity to better their life. And, it was one of the most amazing experiences I've ever had in my lifetime.
Oh, wow. Were you over there for long or?
The project goes for 5 days. So we were at a beautiful place called Feeding Dreams, which is a school for the slum kids. So we had half our team were in the slums and half were in the classroom. And we had people from all ages. I think we had about 40 attendees in that location alone. Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah, so most of these guys, most of them have education barrier, so none of them have been in a classroom before. So you're really teaching from back to basics.
Beautiful. And your salon in Ascot Vale, so is there like certain customers or certain work you love doing, certain services, or what do you come and get?
I love doing weddings, so I'm a very creative human being. So I love a challenge. But recently sort of got into the avant-garde like hair art sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So a few of my girlfriends and I that do education, we get together once a month at each other's places and we basically have a bitch and stitch sesh and we build stuff out of hair.
Oh, wow. That sounds so interesting.
Yeah. And sometimes we don't do anything at all. We just need to chat to each other and that's fine.
Will we be seeing one of these avant-garde displays at the ALIBI Awards this year?
Maybe not, but you might see it at the Royal Melbourne Show.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Exciting. So what got you started in what you're doing?
Believe it or not, I saw Edward Scissorhands.
Mm-hmm.
And that was kind of the movie that set it off, but I was always going to be earmarked for it anyway because I used to get my mum's round brushes stuck in my cousin's hair and mum used to have to feed my cousin's Panadol. I have actually learnt how to use a round brush now, so that's good. 25 years later.
That's an initiation, though, to get a round brush and get it stuck in someone's hair. Like, that's just an initiation.
I think with hairdressing, you got it running in your veins. I think it's very hard to sort of try and learn it afterwards. I think you've got to have a passion for it to start off with, and it's got to be flowing somewhere. The round brush is stuck in my cousin's hair, and mum used to have to feed my cousins Panadols to get them out. Like it was a job well done. I am a good hairdresser, though, I promise.
So what was it about Edward Scissorhands that inspired you to get into it?
I think it was just all the stuff he was like, all the hairstyles he was doing. And that's why I sort of got into hairdressing to start off with. I always loved it. And I have fine hair myself. So I always wanted to know how to deal with it. So, and it's funny how 25 years later, we're kind of creating similar stuff, but I haven't done it within the 25 years, but now we are. Yeah.
You didn't want to get your hands cut off and turned into scissors, though? That was a bit too extreme.
I actually know there's a hairdresser around this area that actually has one of those. And I always laugh because I think this is so silly. It's so silly.
So as a business owner, what would you say so far has been your biggest challenge?
Oh, my God, there's been so many in 25 years, but I think staff is one of the most, I think it's transparency of staff and the let down. I think in the last year or so, it's also how to maneuver the financial downturn and start being creative with how you sort of capture your clients to stay in the chair. Mm-hmm. So it's really funny how it's like challenges, I think, are what is like reset to what is like years ago type thing.
Yeah. How are you finding the challenges?
The challenges, like, I always love a challenge, let's face it. I am one of those people that have a million brain farts in the middle of the night. I run and own my own business. I'm pretty hands-on. So 2:30 in the morning, I'll have a brain fart to do salon memberships. Yes, let's get on the computer, right? So we've sort of maneuvered our way around that with like doing salon memberships and sort of like balancing out the afterpay, zip pay type situation and the fees, and doing like salon packages. We're just starting to do that now. So, yeah. And I've got to stop saying we because there's only me. Okay.
Well, I was going to say, like, every time we've contacted you during the awards, even when we rang you to congratulate you on being a finalist, you had a bit of a flood going on.
Oh, don't even go there. And we're still in the dark now.
Oh,
I just say to clients, look, I forgot to pay half the electricity bill. Sorry. Like, there's nothing I can do. Like, it's like weeks on. It came through the roof in the building. So I really felt sorry for the girl next door to me. She's just opened a clothing shop literally a week before this happened, and she lost thousands of dollars worth of stock. And to whoever actually rang me, I really do apologize for my ugly crying. I just held it together with one bobby pin and then that was it. But yeah, no, it's all mopped up now. Everything's all fine. We've just got no lights. I mean, at the moment it's very romantic. We've got all these little candles around and everything, but it does, like when you're looking for a colour on a packet or like you're trying to get stock out of the stock room, it does make it a little bit more challenging and more like eventful.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what would you then, if we flip it, let's go away from the challenges. If we look at the achievements, what would you say has been your biggest achievements as a big business owner?
I just, well, I would say lasting 25 years, my mum gave me 2 months. So, which I love that she had so much faith in me. So 25 years in business is a big milestone. Honestly, totally and utterly like forgot that I was coming up to that milestone. It didn't feel like 25 years. But I think one of the biggest achievements this year is being able to teach in a remote country. And as many awards as I've won, like I must be on some sort of awards database, I kind of feel like. And I'm just like, as many of those awards are on my window and all the rest of it, and I really do appreciate all of that. It's a little certificate I've got from Feeding Dreams for volunteering and knowing that you've changed someone's life.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, and it said, and you traveled all the way over there and you taught people that their education level wasn't, there, yeah. And you've trained them into a skill that they can then use to go off and, hopefully use and go off and better themselves or better those around them. So that's an amazing initiative.
Really funny because if you had have asked me that probably before Cambodia, my answer would have been a little different. So now that you've asked me after that, it's funny how everything has changed.
Yeah. Are you planning to go back?
Yeah, there's a few projects next year. I'm hopefully wanting to go. I think we've got a couple going next year. We've got Guatemala. I think Manila's going. We do Indonesia, and we'll be back in Cambodia. We've actually just got a team out in Cebu at the moment in Philippines. So the girls are out there in the jail teaching stuff. It's amazing to see what happens.
Incredible. So you mentioned that you've been in business for 25 years and your mum was using, I guess, some, let's say, reverse psychology to say you would only last 2 months.
I remember ringing her when I got offered to actually take over the salon. So Bob came up, he said, the boys haven't paid their rent. Do you want to buy a salon for $860? Oh, and it was $860 and a handshake. And I rang my mum. She goes, oh, do you really want to do that? I don't know whether you've got it in you. And yeah, I was like,
thanks, Mum, for the reverse psychology, just so I can prove you wrong. And you have, just 25 years later. So with that, running a business for 25 years, what gets you up every morning to keep going? Like what motivates you?
I love what I do. I don't think it's funny because I watch my partner come home and he's so miserable and I'm like, I don't know how to do that. Like I love what I do. I love all my clients. I love the fact that as physically hard as it is sometimes, because I'm in there pretty much all the time. I'll be averaging 12-hour days, and there'll be days where you work through your lunch break. But I think what really motivates me is I love what I do and I have a passion for what I do, and I couldn't be behind a desk. I don't know how to sit behind now. I'm behind a desk now and I'm like, I want to get up. Do you know what I mean? Like, my clients are absolutely amazing and they're like family now. Some of them have been with me. I've just done their first haircut. That makes me sound old, doesn't it? I've done their first haircut and now they've got kids. Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's incredible, though, to see like them growing and also going through all of like their hair stages. Do you know what I mean? Like first dye or first like weird cut and then keep going. So that's amazing. So is there, when you started your business, other than your mum's advice, is there anyone like that you wish sort of gave you a certain amount of advice? Like they said, oh, Abbey, do this or don't do this?
If someone says to me, don't do it, I'm going to do it anyway. That's my personality.
Your mum knew that.
My 45-year-old self could have said to my 20-year-old self, stay in your lane. I would have stayed in my lane and not worried about what the next person was thinking in business and just concentrated on my business. So I think that's 25 years and I've finally figured out to stay in my lane and figure out what my business is doing and not to worry about what your competition's doing, because you're taking your eye off the ball, right? Like, that's your business. You want to make sure you've got everything laid down in your business correctly and you know everything about your business inside and out.
Beautiful. So that's really good advice. My next question is going to be, what is your advice? But I think you've pretty much covered that, because you've not only given stay in your own lane, but also, as you said, maybe have a look at what you would tell your younger self when you first started to do, because that is, especially at that age, because we have all these wonderful ideas. Yeah. All this amazing stuff to do.
We have all these bright ideas when we're younger, and then when we're older, we're like, okay, I'm going to do knitting now and just stay there. And hindsight's a great thing, isn't it? Like, I wish I could have told my 20-year-old self when I'm 45 about men and stuff. Then I wouldn't have had half the issue, right?
Yes. When they work out that time travel thing, things will change so much.
Can someone please email me?
So if you want to share, like, what is your next goal, or do you have like a big, hairy, scary goal for your business going forward?
What I'm trying to do is just sort of really get some balance into my business and work smarter. So I think moving forward, we'll go into a few like bits and bobs and stuff like, toppers and that. So we'll move forward in that direction. And we might even see, a bit more of the hair art coming through. But other than that, like, I'm quite happy with, I want to do Cert 4 in now I want to do Cert 4 in assessment and training. So you might see me teaching, because I really actually enjoyed all that sort of stuff. But with the salon, I think we'll just go into like, other things and widen the branches out. And, I've got to stop saying we, because it's me.
Do you have any staff, or is it just like?
I have Pedro, the IT guy, Karen from HR, all me. I have our wonderful apprentice. What else can I do everything.
Love the name Pedro for IT.
I clean the toilet. I will send out the MailChimp emails. I will do absolutely everything. People go to me, I don't know how you do it. I just do it. I teach myself how to do a lot of stuff. Well, Google teaches me. Uncle Google.
Google's for.
I know, right?
So working smarter is your goal, continuing on, I guess. Do you think you'll bring on like staff or help, or you're just happy to have a business that's just you and Pedro and Karen?
Oh, they are great staff members. I do see myself sort of like I'm just mentoring a girlfriend of mine at the moment. So she's actually on board on Mondays helping me out in the salon, and she's part of the 130 Club, the Bitch and Stitch test that we do. So she'll probably remain on, and I'll end up teaching her. But other than that, it'll just be me moving forward. I know what I can do, and I know that, at the end of the day, I can deliver a service. And it's just, I just can't deal with the, the non-transparency of when you have staff on and, that sort of stuff. So.
Yep. I've heard very similar things with a lot of hairdressers I've spoken to, especially in regards to staff and other businesses as well. It seems to be quite a big challenge at the moment.
Yeah.
So being all the amazing hairdresser that you are, the educator, and then also doing this amazing hair art, if there was a tip you could give in any of that to the listeners, like a sneak peek so then they can come and stalk you, what would that be?
Oh, there's heaps of tips.
Well, whatever you want to give today.
Dry your hair off to 93% while you're drying your own hair at home because it helps you blow over your hair quicker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. I didn't know that. So look at that. I learned something new today.
And you can have the rest at one of my workshops.
Oh, cool. So you do run workshops?
I do run workshops through the salon. I do how to blow wave workshops, how to curl workshops for all my clients, but I do daddy-daughter days and I know they are so cute, especially because guys can't multitask. So when they come to braiding, it's like everyone comes unstuck, but they finally learn how to braid.
That's a beautiful idea. See, I have 3 little girls and my partner would have no idea. Like we've taught him basic plaiting and ponytails and he gets it. But
so we do ponytails, buns, curls. We do braiding, plaits, the whole lot. So they get to actually hands-on and all the girls get a little bag to take home with them with their own brush in it and a few like fun things to use at home.
Oh, well, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. So you do workshops. So that's good to know. If anyone needs to learn.
Anyone needs to do their hair,
come and check you out. So where do we stalk you?
You can stalk us on Instagram. Look for Simply Stunnin Hair and Beauty on Instagram. You can stalk us on Facebook, where you can even have a look at the website, www.simplystunnin.com.au. Where else? Yeah.
Beautiful. So if anyone is around Ascot Vale in Victoria or just drive in and you want to learn about how to do your hair or get your hair and get some amazing stuff done, just go and check out Simply Stunning.
Yep. Awesome. Shop 3, 93 to 95 Union Road, Ascot Vale.
Beautiful. Awesome.
There we go. I just sounded like Franco Cozzo then.
It's just another staff member.
I know. I was like, another staff member.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for joining me today, Abbey, and sharing about your business and your journey and how we can stalk you. And I look forward to seeing you at the ALIBI Awards night.
I'm looking forward to finally meeting you face to face. We're here now, but in the flesh.
Beautiful.
Thanks for having me.